It's Disney's newest and first film in Disney Nature series. In the movie, James Earl Jones tells the story of 3 animal families and their journey across the planet. There is no doubt this movie is going to get a lot of attention among adults and children, and more importantly, it's going to get them interested in animals and preserving their lives and their habitat. So this morning, Jennifer Chapman and Lauren Straight from the Phoenix Zoo brought in some animals. You've brought in a few of them. I've been warned of a couple of them. We're going to get to them. I'm sure you can imagine there are some that are going to be a little intimidating, but it's all to basically raise awareness about Earth Day and animal conservation. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Hello.
Well, thank you for having us. And we brought a few of our Arizona native animals today. And here is Flippy. He is a desert tortoise, and they are very well adapted to living in the desert. In fact, one of the main diet that they will be consuming would be the cactus pads. And he has a nice smile right now that looks a little green because he must have been enjoying a cactus pad back in his enclosure. They get most of their moisture from the food that they eat. They rarely will drink water on their own. They'll just get it from the plants and the flowers and the cactus.
Are they usually this still?
You know, I think the lights are certainly affecting him a bit. However, I think he also wants to make sure you get a nice close-up of him.
Oh, he's a little bit of a Devo.
Exactly.
Yeah. I can relate to him now. I'm in with him. Okay.
But they can go pretty quickly. In fact, in one day, they can actually travel up to 7 miles. So slow and steady can win the race.
What about that old, wives' tale? Is it? You've heard it too, Lauren. I'm sure that. You can tell how old they are, how big their shell is, and
well, they are.
Is that true?
They will grow their entire lives, and of course, it depends on the amount of food that they eat and any type of natural environments. If it's a little cold in the wintertime, they'll be hibernating a little bit longer. So there are lots of variables that will affect their size. So certainly, they will grow as they get older, but the rate of growth will be dependent upon how much they're eating.
All right, Lauren, I know you have some little ones. And they must love going out to the zoo to see these. Kids just
absolutely.
love animals, don't they?
Absolutely, and you can see these animals whether they're on exhibit or part of our Wild About Animals show. A great day to come out and see these animals is Sunday, April 19th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as we celebrate our Earth Day. We have tons of activities for the kids, learning how to make birdhouses, learning about their ecological footprint, and much more. I'm not sure I want to be close to this animal.
Oh, this is a Sonoran gopher snake, and they're oftentimes mistaken for a rattlesnake, which is why we wanted to bring them out. It's actually a great defense that they have, is to mimic that snake, which is, of course, venomous.
He is doing a fine job of mimicking that.
Exactly,
yes.
But you might notice he does not have that rattle. So what he can actually do is stick the tip of his tail into some debris, like maybe some leaf matter, and he will shake it, and it would mimic that of a rattlesnake, so that will help to ward off his predators. So
do they bite?
Anything with a mouth can bite, and they actually have about 200 needle-sharp teeth in their mouth that are angled backwards.
What makes them bite?
Well, I would imagine,
just to get that out of the way.
Well, of course, if they're feeling threatened, will mainly be why they would bite us humans, because we certainly aren't a good meal for them. Things that they're going to be eating would be rodents, so they are great for pest control. They're wonderful to have around to help us out with our rodent population that we don't want to have them around. But what they'll do is they'll grab a hold of that food and they'll use that wonderful body of theirs with all that muscle, and they'll constrict. They're actually constrictors, so they'll squeeze really tight until that animal takes its last breath, and then they actually will swallow it in one bite. They can swallow something about 4 to 5 times the size of their head in just one bite.
Imagine that. Okay, bye-bye. And we're good. And we're out. We have one more, kinder, gentler. Or no, yes, are we bringing this
We are bringing Zippy out.
Zippy, the raccoon? Okay.
He is a white-nosed coati, relative of the raccoon.
As we bring him out, I do want to talk about Earth Day and what's going to be going on so that families can participate in that over at the zoo and, of course, the Disney movie as well.
Absolutely. One great thing to do for the environment actually is easy as buying a ticket to come see this Disney Nature's Earth. And it opens actual Earth Day, Wednesday, April 22nd. All you have to do is buy a ticket, and for each ticket during the opening week, Disney will plant a tree to the Brazilian rainforest.
Ooh, wonderful.
Yeah, it's very great. They'll actually also be out on Sunday, so if you're looking to get a free ticket, if you come early enough, they're providing free tickets to the movie as well.
Jen, we're running out of time, so quickly tell me about Zippy, because I've been introduced to him. He's actually a star at one of the performances at the zoo. So
He is a white-nosed coati. They're a relative of the raccoon. You'll notice that he has a very long tail, which helps him to balance. They're going to be found down in southeastern Arizona, all the way down into Central and South America, and mostly where you're going to be finding them will be up in trees. So they use that wonderful tail to help balance. Now he has some very long claws, and of course he has that nose, and he's already spotted a wonderful enrichment item that we're giving him. There's some mealworms in here, as well as we have some scents around, because what they'll do is self-anoint. They'll find something that's really smelly, and they'll actually roll around in it, oftentimes dip their tail in it, in order to mask their odor.
Self-anoint?
Yes, they just rub all that wonderful stuff.
Self-anoint right now?
No, you'll be fine. Although your perfume smells really nice, but he has
the tail went up, and I felt like he was going to anoint me. So
no, all that means is he's rubbing it on himself. So he usually takes his tail and rubs that into the scent. And so there you got a good shot of his wonderful long nose, and it's almost like a little finger. He's able to use that to get into some nooks and crannies and eat lots of insects. He'll eat rodents. He'll also eat plants as well. So he has a wide variety of food.
Thank you so much for coming in. I'm sorry if I'm such a little baby when it comes to I've never been this close, you know. That's a little intimidating if I'm being honest. But you can find more information about the Earth event at the Phoenix Zoo on our website, abc15.com. Make sure you go check out Zippy. He's a really cool guy. And you can find all of that information right underneath the entertainment tab.